Hello guys, welcome to DATAHACKS. In this video, we are going to learn about useReducer. useReducer is similar to the useState hook. It is used as a state management tool. So it allows for custom state logic. If you find yourself keep tracking of multiple pieces of state that rely on complex logic, useReducer may be useful for you. In simple words, if you are handling multiple use states and it have multiple logics to update the data, instead of using use state, you can use the use reducer, so it will be more helpful for you. Next, we can see about the advantage and disadvantage of using use reducer. The first advantage is it is easy. The state management is easy in use reducer, and the value of state will be updated very easily in a complex component also. Each reducer will have their own logic to update the data. Second one is it improves the performance by reducing the number of re-render triggered by the state updates, as a hook allow for fine-grained control over the component should be updated. Make it easier by separating the state logic. So the use reducer will have the individual logic for each state to update. Next, we can see the disadvantages of use reducer. It increases the complexity of simple component. If we use useState, it will not give that much complexity. Next, it increases the cognitive load for the developer, and it is hard to debug. The use reducers are more complex one when we use the logics to update the data are complex. So let's start the practical demonstration of use reducer. First of all, I'm going to update the values without use reducer using use state. Then you can learn the disadvantages in use state and you learn the advantages of use reducer. So first I'm going to import use state. Then I'm going to provide constant data set data. Here use state, and here inside a div I'm going to provide another two div tags. So okay, div and another div tag. Here I'm going to provide on click for each div tag. On click arrow function set data, and value is going to be 5, and here it's going to be 1, and here I'm going to copy the same on click, and I'm going to provide here, and the value is 6. So here we need to provide normal data inside the curly braces data. So you can see here use state and data is going to be updated when we click. So first open the terminal and start the Next.Js application. So here you can see the value 1 and 1. So I'm going to provide few styles here. Here I'm going to provide a style and another curly braces, margin 50 pixel. So copy this style and paste it here. So we can see the values clearly. Let's refresh the page. So we can see the values 1. So if we click here, the values have been updated here, and if we click here, the values have been updated here. So what is happening is, here we are writing a function individually for each tag. So this is the problem we have here. We can overcome this one by using useReducer. So here I am going to use reducer, and I am going to remove useState, and constant data action use reducer. So first of all, I'm going to provide a reducer function, reducer, and init value. So I'm going to create constant init value, and the value is going to be 10. Next, I'm going to create variable and assign reducer function. So here I'm going to provide two values, state, action. So inside I'm going to provide switch and conditions. Inside here, for switch, I'm going to provide condition as action. Next, I'm going to create case for each condition. So I'm going to create case add, and after this case I'm going to provide return. So first we have to provide colon, return state plus 1, and next I'm going to create another case called subtract. So here we have to remove this one, and case subtract return state. So here we have to provide return -1, and finally we are going to have default throw, and the value for default throw is error. So error unexpected, unexpected, and here we have to provide colon. So next I'm going to provide the contents here. So here we have div tag. So div, in this div tag, data, and here we have button, and copy paste it again here in the same way, add and sub, and here we are going to provide on click function. So inside the on click I am going to provide arrow function, and instead of action I'm going to rename as dispatch. So dispatch and add. In the same way, in the bottom I'm going to provide subtraction. If we go to the front end and refresh the page, you can see the values 10. If we click add, it has updated the value one time, and each time if each time you click the button it will update the value, and if we click subtraction it's going to be reduced. So I want to add another functionality, so I'm here reset, and in the same way I'm going to copy this case and set, and here I'm going to provide reset, and the value that going to be written here is 0. Let's check once. So add, it's successfully adding, and here we didn't change the name, so I'm going to reset name. So let's check again. So I'm going to add, subtract and reset, it's going to be a 0 value. So this is how the useReducer is working. It is a function, it is an initial value, and this one is the updated value, this one trigger the function. So this is how the whole reducer will work. So I'm going to explain and provide a small recall. So first of all, here we are creating a useReducer function. Here we are providing reducer function which is going to check the condition here and update the value. The values to be updated will be provided here. This is the initial value. So to trigger this reducer, we are going to provide the dispatch function. This dispatch will trigger the reducer function and data will be sent here. This is the updated value. Now we have reached the final part of this video. Please provide your thoughts on useReducer. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and like button. You will get the updates regularly on time. Thank you for watching this video.